Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I stumbled onto one WWE Unreal spoiler this morning. One of my friends, not blaming him, but my buddy Mike tweeted out a clip, and I was doing everything I could not to press the play button on it, but I ended up watching the clip where basically they talked about The Rock showing up to Elimination Chamber in Toronto and pitching the idea of changing the outcome of the Elimination Chamber match at WrestleMania with John Cena facing Cody Rhodes. And in the words of Brian Ford, saying the match was a little bit too vanilla and, just didn't really seem fun having a babyface versus babyface deal. Now, I'll tell you this much. Last Monday, when they showed the Speed guy his video from the Royal Rumble as the clip they chose to kind of plug what kind of show this was going to be, I jumped all over it, and I basically said, hey, I think this show's going to stink. I can tell you this much. I'm really excited for the show today. For this meeting. I wish this is kind of the clip that they would have put out. And I've been trying to stay off of Twitter, but I've seen a few tweets from people basically, laying things out. And if it gets an emotion out of me where I get worked, where basically I'm saying, why would they think that? Why would they do that? Like, we've never been in the writer's room pitching ideas. And, they always say, like, hey, there's no bad ideas until the WCW storyline of the Ding Dongs coming out. It's basically because they got a hunchback. There's no way to pin them. How did that one get through the pitch meeting? But I'm really excited to watch this show today. But The Rock pitched the idea of, during the whole Cody Rhodes segment, of him turning down, giving his soul to The Rock and being The Rock's champion. They threw out the idea of Kevin Owens would come down and they would have an impromptu championship match of Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens would get the win thanks to Travis Scott and The Rock. And that makes me wonder, how the hell that would have happened. Maybe I desperately got worked, but at the Royal Rumble, which was, I think, a month beforehand, I really thought they left Kevin Owens dead in the middle of the ring. I thought that the ending of the Royal Rumble match, and maybe there'll be an episode where they touch on that, they really made it seem like something happened there where they didn't do the finish. Like Sami Zayn was at ringside. He didn't help. He didn't hurt Kevin Owens. They just kind of left it the way it was. And as Cody climbed the ladder, he kept looking back, almost like Kevin was supposed to be there to stop him, and he only grabbed the belt because there was nothing else really to do, and they weren't going to turn Sami by Sami running up there and stopping him. So it was kind of like, well, what's the point here? And it was a month down the road, but I really don't remember seeing Kevin Owens the whole month of February in my mind. He didn't pop up until it was like WrestleMania time. So you're going to tell me that I'm not trying to knock Kevin Owens. I'm not the biggest Kevin Owens fan there is out there in the world. I know there's other bigger ones than me. My friend Mike being one of those. But you're going to tell me that you don't think that WrestleMania is going to be a marquee event with John Cena, the biggest star of yesterday, against Cody Rhodes, the biggest star of today. Champion versus Elimination Chamber winner. The guy that's on his last year in the WWE, that's already saying that he's written the ship off, of basically saying, like, this is all we're going to do. There is no tomorrow from here on out. Once this year is over, I'm done being a WWE superstar. He'll show up, he'll do his appearances, he'll be on a Raw here, he'll be on a SmackDown there, but he's not going to get in the ring and tie up with anybody. the ending to a lot of people's childhood hero in WWE is done. You don't think that's going to be better than Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens, he, main evented night 1 of WrestleMania 39. The match with Sami Zayn against the Usos. You can debate with yourself if you really think that's main eventing a WrestleMania or not. But I don't see. I already bought my plane ticket at that time. I already had my hotel. I'm sure I already had my WrestleCon tickets, my WrestleMania tickets, my Raw After tickets, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't like I was going to cancel my trip. But I don't know if Kevin Owens versus John Cena is a people mover for me. I mean, maybe, what was that, 2016 when Owens debuted? Like, he had a feud against John Cena at the time of like being a guy who wanted to come into WWE, and that was the top dog. So I mean, you don't start at the bottom. If you want to be a real superstar in WWE, you go after the biggest fish there is there in the pond. Even though that John Cena was the United States champion, he knew that, going out there and beating him, just the first night he came out and he delivered that, pop-up powerbomb, was really, really big. I mean, that was huge at the time. But I don't know. I mean, people were already saying that WrestleMania 41 was going to be a flop at that time. And once Cody versus John was put out there, they definitely sold more tickets than they had. So there was like the people that, jumped on board to see that match. I don't know. I mean, just to me, you just have, I guess in that way, there was no anticipation of a heel turn from John Cena. Cena just would have beat Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, and then we would have got babyface John Cena for the rest of the year. I'll say with you that it's a little bit hard with Cena not there each and every week, but once Cena shows up and, he does, shows in a row, and he builds onto this character, the character today is better than it was, at WrestleMania, the build up to WrestleMania. But I mean, the character is believable. We know what we're getting. So I don't know. I think I like where we're at. I don't think that idea really moves me at all. Sometimes they pitch ideas and they're like, this is what the plan was for, SummerSlam 1993. It was supposed to be Hogan versus Bret Hart, but Hogan didn't want to put Bret over, so there was a big, conundrum at the King of the Ring that year, where the new guys were like, how are you going to let this old guy, not put over the next generation, and blah, 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 and you kind of figure out where things were, and you're like, oh, or you find out other plans, like I talked about in the video the other day, WrestleMania 6, people say it was supposed to be Hogan versus Zeus, and like the biggest blow off of the No Holds Barred movie, where like WWF really plugged the hell out of Zeus and No Holds Barred, trying to make their first movie a financial hit. And I think they finally realized after it hit pay-per-view that nobody liked No Holds Barred. And it's better today as a really, really bad movie with Hulk Hogan than it was a good movie. And I think they had realized they milked it for all it was worth. But I don't know. In the long run, I'm pretty glad that we got the WrestleMania that we did. I think it's one that's going to stand up to the test of time. People talking about Cody versus John rather than what Kevin Owens would have been. Kevin Owens, if he wants to come back from his neck injury and, put the work in and keep pressing, I'm all for seeing Kevin Owens in a WrestleMania main event if it makes sense. But him just stealing this, like, I guess the match would be Cena versus Cody. But, like, what does Cody do? Just sit in John Cena's corner and root for him to win his championship back and fight Cena somewhere down the road? Or does Cena have a match against Sami Zayn? Nobody wants to see that. That makes no sense. So, I mean, the storyline of what happens to Cody after that match, he's screwed. I mean, you could have put another three-way. You already had a women's three-way. You had a men's three-way. And then you would have had, what, another men's three-way? People are done with three-ways, four-ways at WrestleMania. You put one of those on the card, we're going to, like, groan a little bit each and every time. This one, you know, with Rollins, Punk, and Roman was special. I mean, because it's three really, really big stars. But most of the time, you put together these mid-card intercontinental guys where you're just trying to put one more guy onto the card. It is what it is. But I don't think anybody really wanted to see that either. So I'm glad we got what we got. I'm looking forward to when I get home tonight. I'm going to be doing a video with my buddy Jeremy. We're going to talk SummerSlam. We're going to talk Hulk Hogan. It's going to be on the Rock and Roll channel. I believe we're going live at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. And then I'm firing up WWE Unreal. And I don't know how many episodes it is, but I don't think I'm stopping until we're done. Peace out, guys.